If you own a small business and your business cannot function at all in your absence, you're constantly tired, overwhelmed, and burnt out, then you need to watch this video till the end. Let me share with you how to structure your business and why you should structure it. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Titi Layo, and on this channel, I share recipes, business ideas, and business conversations just like this one. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel so that you'll be a part of the family. It's fun here. Now let's get right into today's video. Now, what is structuring? Structuring simply means putting systems in place in your business in order to achieve efficiency, specialization, as well as accountability. Now, what is structuring? Structuring simply means putting systems in place in your business in order to achieve efficiency, specialization, as well as accountability. It's the way your business organizes its operations, employees, and resources to achieve the goals that you've set for your business. As a small business owner, I understand that you might not have all of the resources that you need to organize your business to have proper structure, but you can take it one step at a time. And here are a few things that you can do to achieve structure in your small business. Number one, you need to have a clear goal, like a vision for your business, so that you have a clear direction. You know where you are going to. You have aims and objectives for your business, and you know where you are headed to. Number two, you need to outline all of the job roles in your business, so that you understand the one that you want to outsource. After outlining all of these job roles, you have to have a clear description of what each job role will do. So more like an organizational chart. This is in my own business, I can say a baker will do this, this, and this. A social media handler will do this, and this. A cake decorator will do this and this. I like everything, like organogram for your business. So you, the CEO, you know your job. The baker knows this or her job. The cake decorator knows this or her job, like that. Three, have a mini SOP of how basic tasks will be done. SOP means standard of operation. It's just like a workflow of from when customers reach out to you, when you process the order, when you deliver, and even after delivery. So this workflow from the beginning till the end, till when your customer gets the order, is like an SOP. Write it down and hand it over to the staff that you've outsourced the job to. It makes your work look very consistent. When you are not around, the SOP serves as a guide to these people that you've employed. With those three things in place, you can proceed to number four, which is outsourcing basic tasks. Now, you are the one in your business, you know where the shoe pinches. You know the job that is overwhelming to you. Then you can now proceed to outsource it by either hiring new people or looking out for tech tools that can help you do the job. So you can hire new individuals or build a website, for instance, so that you reduce the way you attend to customers one-on-one or via WhatsApp. Taking orders via WhatsApp or Instagram DM or social media platforms generally is very daunting. It's a daunting task. Now, you can build a website, you've already automated it, and then the way you interact with people is reduced. You're less tired, you're less overwhelmed, and you're not burnt out. There are also different softwares that can help you automate a lot of things in your businesses. There are softwares that you can use for financials, inventory taking, stock keeping, and so much more. Just look for the one that is available for you in your own business and use them. It makes your life very easy. You would not be so tired all the time. Like, I can't imagine you doing pen and paper accounting. You can get softwares that will do that for you even in your own niche. There are softwares that are available for you, readily available. Some are paid and some are free. Just search for it. The internet is wide and open. Search for it and you will get this information. Here are a few benefits that you enjoy when you put structure in your business. Number one is improved efficiency and productivity. Now, this one, I cannot overemphasize it because you've already delegated all of the job roles that is making you tired, overwhelmed, and burnt out. What that means is simply that you're going to be more efficient and you're going to be very productive. Even the people that you've delegated these duties to are going to be very, very efficient because the job role has been broken down. You're not the only one doing the production, posting, marketing, financials, and all of that. You've delegated it. Efficiency and productivity is going to skyrocket and you're going to make more money. And that's all that matters in business. You see that? Number two is better decision making. Because you are not constantly tired, you are not overwhelmed, you are not just worked up. You're going to sit down, your brain is going to be relaxed, and you'll be able to make better decisions for your business. I cannot overemphasize this. You need to just relax. Bring the stress that you put on your shoulder, bring it down. You've already delegated duties. And because you've delegated duties, your brain is going to be at rest and you're going to make very, very good decisions for your business, which will help you make money. And that's why you're in business. Number three is increase customer satisfaction. Again, you are not running helter skelter, mixing customers' order together because you are tired. You know, when you are the only one and you have like 10 orders going out at the same time, you are the only one, you're going to mix it up and your customers will not be happy. Once your customers are not happy, they are not coming back. But once there's structure in place in your business, maybe customers just order from the website, and from the website, you get all of the details, it's automated. There's a particular person that is taking those orders from the website, and this person is responsible for dispatching it to the customers, or just handing it over to your courier or your delivery companies. Your customers are satisfied because they paid for something, they got value for what they paid for, and they will refer you because they are satisfied. They will refer you, they will talk about your business, they will come back over and over again, more money for your business. And again, that's why you are in business. We're all about this profit. Because if you're not making profits, you're not making money, you're not just doing business. You're running an expensive hobby. Number four, reduce stress for you as a business owner. You will now have time to do some other things. If you have a family, you can attend to your family. If you want to go out for picnics, events, you can go because your business is going to function whether you are there or not. Your mental capacity, your brain is going to be relaxed. You're going to be relaxed because you know that the business, of course, there can still be some hiccups here and there, but the business can still function whether you're there or not. You're not stressed all the time. And that's good. That's good for you as an individual, as a business owner, because you cannot come and kill yourself because you're running a business. You just have to rest. If your business is well structured, it gives you the ability to work on your business and not inside your business. Do you get that? Once everybody has their job role, their job description, you as the owner or as the CEO, you will not be working on the business. You will be able to see everything that is going on in the business because you are not overwhelmed, you are not tired. Then you'll be able to go out, bring big jobs to the business. You'll be working on the business and not in the business. By saying you work in the business, for instance, like a cake business like me, like my own business, if I'm working in the business, I'll probably be working as a baker, as a cake decorator, or even doing everything. But if I'm working on the business, I'm working as the owner, as the CEO. I'm overseeing what everybody is doing. You understand that? I'm able to, okay, see, oh, this job that we are getting, they're too small. How do I go for networking events to get in more customers? How do I go for even family functions where I get to meet new people or family people that I've not seen in a long while? Like, I get to work on the business and not in the business. And we make more money and we make more profits and business keeps growing. I like to hear that. I like to say that a lot and I like to hear it. I hope these few tips that I've shared help you navigate structuring your business and I hope you take an action today. Start now, start small, but dream big. So even if it's as little as getting software tools that helps you reduce your workload, get it. If it's as little as hiring just one staff, get it. If it's hiring an intern who would relieve you of a lot of workload, hire them. Just do something. And one thing about structuring your business is that, like I said, you'll be able to work on your business and think of strategic ways to bring in more money into your business. By the time you hire more people, it's going to be costly. You're going to spend more money, but at the end of the day, you're going to make more because there's efficiency, there's specialization, and the productivity is going to be high. Now, please take an action. Start now. Start small. Dream big. Till I come your way again next time, my name remains Titi Lion. And I hope you subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Click on that bell icon so that you get notified when I share new videos. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.